So we need this in solving logarithmic equation. So these are the properties. So kindly take note of the following logarithmic properties. Okay. So the first one is log x is equal to log x with a base 10. So that's a common logarithm. Okay. Next is ln of x is equal to log x with a base e. So that's a natural log. If m and n are positive numbers, then log m with a base b plus log n with a base b is equal to log mn with a base b. So the counterpart of addition is multiplication. Okay. And then log m with a base b minus log n with a base b is equal to log m over n with a base b. So the counterpart of subtraction is division. And then log m raised to n with a base b is equal to n multiplied by log m with a base b. Okay? So that's our rule. And then log b with a base b is always equal to 1. And then log 1 with a base b, meaning any given base, as long as it's log 1, the answer is always 0. Okay? And then log m with a base n, so different base, okay, we call it different base, so that will be equal to log m with a base b over the log n with a base b, if they have different base. Okay, so we call it change of base. So we need those properties of logarithm in solving a logarithmic equation. Okay, but before we proceed on that note, let's try to evaluate the following without using the calculator. Let's say we have log 32 with a base 4. So how do we evaluate that one? Log 32 with a base 4, how do we evaluate that one? So that will become log, okay, log 2 raised to 5, because 32 can be written as an exponential expression, which is 2 raised to 5. And then 4 can be written as an exponential expression, which is 2 raised to 2. Okay? So that will become log 2 raised to 2 multiplied by 5 over 2. Okay? So that will be equal to 5 halves log 2 raised to 2 with a base 2 raised to 2. So if they have same base, if they have equivalent, so the answer of that one will become 1, right? So matitira na lang is 5 halves. Okay? So another thing. So we have log 729 with a base square root of 27. So to evaluate that one, that will become log 3 raised to 6. And then square root of 27, that will be 27 raised to 1 half. Okay? So that will become log 3 raised to 6. And then 27 raised to 1 half will become 3 raised to 3 raised to 1 half. So you do have log 3 raised to 3 halves raised to 4 with a base 3 raised to 3 halves. Okay? So that will become 4 log 3 raised to 3 halves with a base 3 raised to 3 halves. So kapag parehas sila ng equivalent, together with a base, that will be equal to 1. So the answer will be 4. Okay? So what about this one? Let's see how these properties are used. So write the following into a shorter log expression. Okay? So we need to apply properties here. Okay? So for example, ln of 3 plus 3 ln of 2 minus 2 ln of 3. So in here, we can apply now the properties of logarithm. Okay? If it's addition, the counterpart of that one is multiplication. And then for subtraction, the counterpart of that one will be division. So first, yung addition muna. So ln of 3 plus 3 ln of 2, what will happen? What will happen? Anong properties that we need to apply? ln of 3 plus 3 ln of 2. That, what will happen? We can apply no properties of logarithm here. So it will become ln of 3 plus ln of 2 raised to 3. Okay? Yung third property. Yung power rule. Because there's a number before ln, so we can rewrite that at ln 2 raised to 3 minus ln 3 raised to 2. Okay? And then you can now perform So since addition is multiplication, and then subtraction is division, so what will happen? It will become ln. So we need to multiply 3 and 2 raised to 3, okay, by applying the first property of logarithm. Kapag addition, we need to multiply, okay, minus ln 3 raised to 2. Now, the given is subtraction. So kapag subtraction, the counterpart of that one is division. So what will happen? It will become ln of 24 minus ln of 9. Miss, where do you get 24? In getting the 24, 2 raised to 3 is 8, multiplied by 3, that's 24. Okay, so you do have ln of 24 minus ln of 9. So simplify lang. So that will become now ln of 24 over 9. ln of 24 over 9. Now, the question is, can we simplify it? Yung 24 over 9. Can we simplify it? Can we simplify 24 over 9? Can we simplify it? 24 over 9? Can we simplify? So how do we simplify 24 over 9?
Divide by 3.
So what is the answer?
8 over 3.
Okay, so the answer is ln of 8 over 3. Okay? So this is how we use properties of logarithm. Okay, next. What about this one? Log x plus 3 plus log x minus 3 minus 2 log x. Okay? 2 multiplied by log x. So first, what have you noticed? There's a number 2 before log x. So what will happen? Simplify mo muna si 2 multiplied by log x. So ano mangyayari kay 2 multiplied by log x? We need to apply the third property. If there's a number in front or beside the logarithm or beside the ln, okay, we can rewrite that into power rule. So what will happen? It will become log x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 3 minus log x raised to 2. Okay, so kinonvert yung 2 log x into log x squared. Okay, by applying the properties of logarithm. And since addition, kapag addition, we need to multiply it. So magiging log x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 3. Okay, minus log x squared. So in this particular, so subtraction. So ano yung counterpart ni subtraction? What is the counterpart? What's the counterpart? Ano yung counterpart ni subtraction in this particular? How do we simplify it? How do we perform? How do we apply properties in that particular? How do we apply properties in that particular? What's next? What's the next procedure? Log x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 3 minus log x squared. Anong next? What's next? Minus. Kapag minus, what's the counterpart? Kapag subtraction? Okay, division. Okay? So before we divide, can we simplify x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 3? Can we simplify x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 3? Okay, so what will be the answer? What will be the answer? If you multiply x plus 3 and x minus 3, what will be the answer?
X squared minus 9.
Okay, x squared minus 9. Okay? And since the given is subtraction, so we need to apply what property of logarithm? So that is division. Okay? So that will become log x squared minus 9 over x squared. Okay? Log x squared minus 9 over x squared. Okay? The question is, Miss, where do you get x squared minus 9? So we need to multiply x plus 3 and x minus 3. So if you multiply x plus 3 and x minus 3, that will become x squared minus 9. Okay? And since the given operation is subtraction, so the counterpart of that one in the properties of logarithm is division. Okay? So your final answer will be log x squared minus 9 over x squared. Okay? So that is how we apply properties of logarithm. Okay? So take note of the properties of logarithm. Okay? So let's proceed now how do we solve logarithmic equation? Okay. So for example, so since you already know how to solve exponential equation, so next is logarithmic equation. Okay. So the given is 3 raised to 2x plus 1 minus 5 equals 11. Okay. In an exponential equation, we need to get the common base of both sides. Okay, so that we can equate their exponents. For logarithmic equation, how do we solve? Okay, first, transfer negative 5 to the other side, so that will become 3 raised to 2x plus 1 is equal to 11 plus 5, so that will become 16. Now, my question is, 3 and 16, do you think they have common base? Do you think they have a common base, 3 and 16? 3 and 16. Can we convert 16 with a base 3? Can we convert 16 with a base 3? Is it possible to have their common base? Possible ba? Is it possible to have a common base? Hello? Is it possible?
No po.
Okay, no. Okay? There's no such a certain number, 3 and 16 with a common base. So wala, di ba? So how do we solve it? So to solve it, we need to use logarithmic function. Okay? Logarithmic function. So you need to put log on both sides or ln, any of the two. So pwedeng log, pwedeng ln, they have the same answer. So in this particular case, so since we cannot convert 16 to an exponential expression, so that we can equate their exponents, so we can use logarithm expression, okay? So we have log 3 raised to 2x plus 1 is equal to log 16. Now, so since we're talking about logarithm, what's next? Can we apply properties of logarithm here? Yes, of course, we can apply. How do we do that? How can we apply the properties of logarithm here? Apply the properties of logarithm. There's an exponent. So anong gagawin sa exponent? What will happen to the exponent? So we need to write the exponent beside logarithm, so that will become 2x plus 1 multiplied by log 3 equals log 16. Okay? And then what's next? Next is, you distribute. So you do have 2x log 3 plus log 3 equals log 16. Now, our main goal is to solve for x. Okay? So how do we solve for x? Transpose log 3 to the other side, so that will become 2x log 3 is equal to log 16 minus log 3. Okay? Then what's next? What's next? Divide both sides by? Kailangan si x lang yung matira. So we need to divide both sides by what?
2.
2 and? Kailangan si x lang yung matira. So we need to divide both sides by what?
2 log 3.
Okay. So we have x is equal to log 16 minus log 3 over 2 log 3. Okay? So using your calculator, what is the answer? What is the answer using your calculator? What's the answer? Get your calculator and then press log 16 minus log 3 over 2 log 3. What's the answer? What's the answer, my dear? Using your calculator, what's the answer?
0.76 po.
Okay, 0.76. So we have 0.76. Okay? So that is how we solve logarithmic equation. Another example. Let's say 3 raised to x plus 1 equals 4x minus 2. Okay? 3 raised to x plus 1 is equal to 4 raised to x minus 2. So the given is 3 and 4. Okay? We cannot use or apply exponential equation because 3 and 4 has no common base. So in that case, we can apply logarithmic equation. Okay? So we can use logarithm. So how do we do that? So you can use log or ln. So try to use ln in this case. Okay? So parehas lang naman yung log and ln since the natural log is ln. So we need to write ln to both sides. So pwedeng ln, pwedeng log, so it's up to you. You will come up with the same answer. So we have ln of 3 raised to x plus 1 is equal to ln of 4 raised to x minus 2. And then what's next? Anong next? After we use ln or log, what's next? There's an exponent. So anong gagawin sa exponent? Okay, what will happen to the exponent? So write the exponent in front, so that will become x plus 1 ln of 3 is equal to x minus 2 ln of 4. And then what's next? What's next? Okay, distribute. So we have x ln of 3 plus ln of 3 is equal to x ln of 4 minus 2 ln of 4. Okay? And then combine like terms. So we have x ln of 3 minus x ln of 4 equals negative 2 ln of 4 minus ln of 3. Now, what have you noticed? In the left side, their common is x. So you need to bring out x. So that will become x multiplied by ln of 3 minus ln of 4 is equal to negative 2 ln of 4 minus ln of 3. Then what's next, my dear? Anong next? What's next? How do we solve for x? So to solve for x,
Divide both sides by ln 3 minus
okay,
ln 4.
so we have negative 2 ln of 4 minus ln of 3 over ln of 3 minus ln of 4. So using your calculator, what's the answer? What is the answer using your calculator? Okay, 13.46. That's very good. So 13.46. Okay? So that's how we solve logarithmic equation. Another example. Let's say the given is log 2x minus 1 plus 3 equals 5 with a base 4. Okay? Log 2x minus 1 with a base 4 plus 3 equals 5. So how do we solve this one? So first, transpose 3 to the other side. So that will become log 2x minus 1 with a base 4 equals 5 minus 3. Okay? So that will become log 2x minus 1 with a base 4 equals 2. Okay? Now what's next? So since we only have single logarithm, okay, single logarithm, okay, it's a single logarithm, so we need to convert it to exponential expression. Okay? So we need to convert it to exponential expression. Okay? Since the given is a single logarithm. Okay? If it's a single logarithm, we need to convert it to exponential expression. So how do we do that? So this will become 2x minus 1 is equal to 4 raised to 2. Okay? So 2x minus 1 equals 4 raised to 2. Okay? If you do have single logarithm, convert it to exponential expression. So that will become 2x minus 1 equals 4 raised to 2. Okay? You will only do this particular procedure if you do have single logarithm or single natural log. Okay? Let's proceed now. So we have 2x minus 1 equals to 4 raised to 2. So we have 2x minus 1 equals 4 raised to 2. So simplify it. So that will become 2x minus 1 equals 16. Then what's next? Solve for x. So you do have 2x equals 16 plus 1. So you do have 2x is equal to 17. So divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to 17 over 2, which is equivalent to what? What is 17 over 2? 17 over 2?
8.5.
Okay, 8.5. Okay, 8.5. Next, another example. So we have ln of x minus ln of 2x plus 1 equals 1. Okay, so ln of x minus ln of 2x plus 1 equals 1. So we need to apply the properties of logarithm. So logarithm and ln, they have the same properties. So if you have noticed, the operation given in this one is subtraction. Okay? So kapag subtraction, ano yung counterpart niya sa properties ni logarithm? Kapag subtraction, the counterpart is division. So that will become ln of x over 2x plus 1 equals 1. Okay? ln of x over 2x plus 1. Okay? Why is it? How do you come up with this one? Go back to the properties of logarithm. So yung properties of logarithm is the same as the properties of ln. Okay? So since you do have single natural log, okay, single natural log, we can convert that to exponential expression. Okay? To an exponential expression. So how do we do that? So what is the base of ln? Ano ba base ni ln? What's the base of ln? As always, the base of ln, as always, is e. Okay? Lagi yan. The base of ln is always e. So therefore, it will become x over 2x plus 1 equals e raised to 1. Okay? Since yung base ng ln is e. Okay? Since yung base ng ln is e. Okay? So I do have x over 2x plus 1 equals e. Okay? It's the same as e raised to 1 is equal to x over 2x plus 1. Okay? Miss, what if the given is log? Log x over 2x plus 1 equals 1. So what's the base of log? Kapag ganito yung given. Okay? So the base of log is 10. Lagi yun. Okay? If there's no given base, automatically the base of logarithm is 10. Okay? So going back. So we do have e raised to 1 equals x over 2x plus 1. But what is e raised to 1? E raised to 1 is e. Okay? So we have e equals x over 2x plus 1. Okay? And then you cross multiply. So we have e multiplied by 2x plus 1 equals x. Okay? So distribute. So we have 2ex plus e equals x. Okay? Our main goal is to solve for x. So you do have 2ex minus x equals negative e. Okay? So bring out x. So that will become x multiplied by 2e minus 1 equals negative e. So therefore, your x will be negative e over 2e minus 1. Okay? Negative e over 2e minus 1. So this is your x value. Okay? Negative e over 2e minus 1. Okay? Next, what about the other one? Okay, another example. Before we proceed to inequalities. Let's say we have log 3 with a base x equals negative 2. Log 3 with a base x equals negative 2. Again, if it's a single log, how do we solve it? Kapag single log, how do we solve? If it's a single log. Okay, change it to exponential expression. So this will become 3 equals x raised to negative 2. Am I right? 3 equals x equals to, raised to negative 2. Okay? Or the same is also the same as x raised to negative 2 equals 3. So they are both the same. Same lang yan. Then we call it symmetric property of equality. Then what's next? What's next? What's next? Be sure that the exponent is positive. So how can we make it positive 2? Yung exponent. How do we do that? How can you make it positive 2? Get the reciprocal of that 1. So that will become 1 over x squared equals 3. And then you cross multiply. So that will be 3x squared equals 1. Okay? Our main goal is to solve for x. So we need to divide both sides by 3. So we do have x squared equals 1/3. And then what's next? How do we solve for x? How do we solve for x? Get the square root of both sides. Okay? Get the square root of both sides. So that will become x is equal to, what's the square root of 1? What's the square root of 1? 1 over the square root of 3. Okay? Your denominator is in a radical expression. So we need to rationalize it. So by multiplying by the square root of 3, okay, so your answer will be square root of 3 over 3. Okay? Square root of 3 over 3. So that will be the answer. Square root of 3 over 3. Next, another example. Let's see, the given is log 4x plus 10 with a base 3 minus log x plus 1 with a base 3 equals 0. Okay? Again, how do we solve it? Using the concept of logarithmic equation. First, we need to check if we can use properties of logarithm here. Can we use the properties of logarithm? Since they have the same base, which is 3, can we apply properties of logarithm? Yes, we can. So since the operation is subtraction, what is the counterpart of that one? Subtraction. So parehas yung base, which is 3. So we can apply properties of logarithm. So ano yung counterpart ni subtraction? What's the counterpart? Okay, division. So that will become log 4x plus 10 over x plus 1 with a base 3 equals 0. Then what have you noticed? What have you noticed? It's already single log. Okay? Single logarithm. So if it's already single logarithm, can we apply now exponential expression? Can we apply now exponential expression? Yes, you can. So how do we do that? If we apply exponential expression, what will happen? It will become 4x plus 10 over x plus 1 equals what? 3 raised to 0. Okay? 3 raised to 0. Again, kapag single log, convert it to exponential. Okay? Convert it to exponential. Okay? So we have 4x plus 10 over x plus 1 equals 3 raised to 0. What is 3 raised to 0? 4x plus 10 over x plus 1 equals, what is 3 raised to 0? Okay, 1. Can we apply cross multiply here or cross multiplication? Can we apply cross multiplication?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So this will become 4x plus 10 equals x plus 1. So 4x plus 10 equals x plus 1. And then you may now solve the value of x. So that will become 4x minus x is equal to 1 minus 10. So you do have 3x equals negative 9. So x is equal to negative 3. Okay? X equals negative 3. So that's how we solve logarithmic equation.